Good afternoon. My name is David Hudson, and I'm here to present information on why increasing physical activity in our schools will benefit our students here in Halifax County. I was invited today by Dr. Carson, your school superintendent, to speak on the importance of children participating in physical activity. I will provide the historic perspective of why we have less time in our schools for physical activity than we once had, how physical activity can be increased in our schools, and why it is important to increase physical activity in our schools. I know as members of the school board, it's important to you that we improve the physical activity of our schools, and I'm really excited about giving the opportunity to present this to you today. Like many of you, I attended public school, and during that time, we had physical activity in the school. We played organized games. We had gym classes where we participated in calisthenics and various physical games and activities. We went home after school and our parents told us to stay outside and continue to play and be active until they decided it was time for us to come in and eat dinner or go to bed. That all changed in about 2002 when President Bush signed into law the No Child Left Behind Act. The purpose of that was to eliminate, or not really eliminate, but I guess the result of that was to lessen the amount of school activities and increase the amount of school seat time, as it would, because standardized testing became the way that schools had to administer their curriculums because of that law. In 2007, a researcher by the name of Alicia Dubrook recognized that no recess was quite a problem for children. And she said that there had to be something changed, and it was suggested ways to start bringing back recess into our schools. As time went on, additional classroom time continued to be added to school schedules, which resulted in even less time of physical activity. Virginia started to recognize there was a problem, and in 2012, the General Assembly approved House Bill 1092, which required Virginia Board of Education to develop programs and guidelines for public elementary and middle schools. The guidelines were developed in collaboration with the American Heart Association, the American Cancer Society, and the American Academy of Pediatrics and other stakeholders. Let me read the law to you. The law stated, local school divisions shall implement a program of physical fitness available to all students with the goal of at least 150 minutes per week on average during the regular school year. Such programs may include any combination of physical education classes, extracurricular athletics, or other programs and physical activities deemed appropriate by the local school board. So that law placed in your hands as school board members the decision on how to implement the law. In 2016, a new law was passed in Virginia and signed into law by the governor, mandating recess and at least 20 minutes a day or 100 minutes average a week of physical activity in kindergarten through the 6th grade. So why is physical activity important, and are we doing enough? For school-age children, physical activity is essential for healthy cognitive development and to help reduce or eliminate stress and sedentary lifestyles, which can lead to depression, obesity, and suicide. A commentary in the Journal of School Health by Dr. Rosencrans stated nationwide children were not getting the daily recommended 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical activity that was recommended on the 2018 report card on physical activity for children and youth. As mentioned, there are many good reasons to increase the physical activity of our students. But let me reiterate a point I made earlier. By increasing physical activity for our students, we will reduce the formation of a sedentary lifestyle, which may reduce or prevent obesity and improve overall wellness. Here in Halifax County, according to the Virginia Department of Health, that's really important because we have the highest percentage of diabetes in the state. Lack of physical activity in children can lead to obesity and subsequently can lead to lack of activity as adults. A Dr. Rachel Wooten, in the research published by the American Journal of Prevention Medicine, found that additional activity programs combined with schools resulted in the decrease in obesity in children. So we know that activity actually will help us reduce obesity. Overweight children have a strong propensity to become overweight adults. I know it's difficult to add extra work to the already demanding curriculum, but I suggest it must be done. For ideas, you can look at a report written by Brittany Chen and her associates in 2018 on integrating physical activity before schools begin. She suggests teachers can also adapt their teaching style to create opportunities for children to stand up and move more by adding activities to existing class time, initiating before school or after school activities, and utilizing other available resources. Time can be found or better utilized to increase children's physical activities. In conclusion, I would like to share with you a research article that was recently published on the early effects of the pandemic on sedentary behavior in children. This early study shows that students attending schools online may get used to the fact that there is no activity while they're learning. This can be problematic in the future because it can lead to obesity, cardiovascular disease, and diabetes. Based on this early evidence, you may wish to have teachers remind their online students the importance of physical activity. Thank you. There are handouts available for you to read when I depart, and have a great day.